Well, greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is I, the Ravenous Spectre, and once again today we end up having another pickups video. So we'll go ahead and get her started here. Some of these I got on some really good deals, so there you go. You guys know me. If you end up seeing some of my other videos, you know how much of a person I try to be, really a savvy shopper. You know, there's some games I will buy if I really, really want them on day one, but other than that, I always try to be as savvy as I can. But the first one that we have here is one that my fiance has really been wanting, and also I've been wanting to. I haven't gotten around to playing it just yet, but she has, and that's Yoshi's Crafted World, and it's actually kind of funny how we managed to come across this and get this on day one. First of all, I ended up having a gift card from my workplace because they have this safety days thing that they do there on how safe that you are on the job, and it starts out where like the gift cards go from 5, 10, 20, and I think 40, and then they repeat back over again like every 25 days or something like that, or every month, or I really don't know how it all works out. But anyways, the recent one that we got was $40, so I went ahead, and it was a Walmart gift card too. It isn't just some gift card you can just use wherever, but it was a Walmart gift card, and I told myself, you know what, I would end up saving a whole heck of a lot more money getting this with just using the gift card instead of going and using the GCU membership through Best Buy. So knocked off $40, and so I only paid like $20, $21 and some cent, I think, for this, just out of pocket. So there you go, brand new game, got it for like $21. Next one that we have here is Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. I actually ended up getting this with GameStop's buy 4 for $20 deal. Buy four games for $20, pre-owned games under $10. There's always stipulations when it comes to stuff like that, you know. So, but I think the good thing is that I believe they give you anywhere between, I think it's like 30, 60 to 90 days or something like that to return pre-owned products. The thing that sucks now is the fact that I think they just give you trading credit for it. They don't actually give you money, which is a load of bullshit, because if I pay money for it, I want my freaking money back. If you're going to go and end up offering that to take it back in to get a refund. That's what it is. Not for trading credit. I want my money back. So, yeah, I don't know why they ended up starting doing that. There's been a lot of talk about, oh, GameStop's going to shut down all this other stuff, and people are denying it. Some people are accepting it, but dude, honestly, like, why would they all of a sudden do something like that if they weren't having money problems, to just have trading credit so you could use it within their store instead of giving you money back? That seems shady to me, so whatever. But anyways, it's like an action RPG that I never really got around to playing or anything, but heck, I got it for like $5. You know, these next few games that I'm going to show I got for $5 a piece, considering there were 4 for $20. But I figured, hell, for $5, you can't go wrong with that. The next one that I got here in the 4 for $20 is Tokiden Kiwami. It's kind of like a Monster Hunter kind of game, and I think this was actually released on the Vita as well, and it ended up coming to the PS4. I've heard the second one is a heck of a lot better than the first one. The first one is still pretty fun. But once again, got it for $5, so definitely can't go wrong. The next one that we have here that was also in the 4 for $20 is Tearaway Unfolded. This thing was kind of unique on the Vita. It utilized the back touch screen, or not screen, but pad, and the front touch screen a bit to kind of really give some interesting touch mechanics to the game itself, but they ended up releasing it on PS4, and I played a little bit of a demo of it like some years back, and it was really cool. And so to manage to get this for $5 and knowing how cutesy-wootsy and paper crafty it is, kind of like Yoshi's Crafted World, I figured my fiance would also really like it as well as myself. So definitely going to end up getting around to playing that. And the last one that we have here for the 4 for $20 deal is Dungeons 3. I actually heard that this one is better than the other two, and it basically, like what it says there, Dungeon Keeper meets Warcraft. I hate that. I hate that excess text on there, especially at the top up there, which, I mean, this is a pre-owned game, so sometimes you can have the codes, sometimes you can't have the codes through GameStop. They can't guarantee it, and sometimes the codes will work or they won't work if they end up leaving them in there. I think that's a load of bullshit that I think GameStop needs to rectify and fix or do something with it. I just think it's ridiculous. If that's the case and they don't have the codes in there, then you need to end up charging a much lesser price for it than what it is. Like, well, not brand new, but if somebody trades it in and the codes aren't in there and you're just doing it for like a few dollars less, yeah, you need to end up charging less for that as far as I'm concerned, because that's a load of bullshit because you're not getting everything that's in there. But anyways, regardless, this is kind of like a strategy kind of RPG kind of thing, and I've heard it's actually really cool. There's a real good sense of humor to it. I haven't gotten around to playing it. I know that a friend of mine, Heather on Pixel Gamer Girls, actually has it herself, and I don't know if she's gotten around to playing it just yet, but definitely looking forward to going and giving it a shot myself. I have seen some of it in action, but I've never really gotten around to playing it. The next one we have here is Far Cry New Dawn, and ended up getting this for like $15 and some cent because it's on sale right now for 20 bucks. So I used my GCU through Best Buy to be able to pick it up. And this is basically one of those games that I would never buy at full price because the fact is I think it came out just like a year after Far Cry 5 did, and it's basically the same game except the game is supposed to take place 15 years after what had happened with Far Cry 5, and there's new enemies and like the landscape has changed some, but it's pretty, and I guess like some new weapons or vehicles or whatever, but it's pretty much just like it's its own standalone DLC, if you will, but they weren't charging full price for it, so I'm glad that I didn't buy it for full price, which I never would have done that in the first place anyways. But yeah, for like $15 and something, I think it was like 15, 17 something or whatever. And I mean, because I saved, I think like $4 off of $20, but you know, you got to pay tax and all that other stuff. But the shipping was free, I do believe. So yeah, there you go. Spend a little bit of time with that. Haven't put a whole lot of time into it, but you know, it's kind of one of those games that I'll go back and forth to. And from what I've heard from other friends of mine that haven't been playing it, they managed to get through it a little bit faster, or faster in general, instead of just dealing with Far Cry 5, because Far Cry 5 took a little bit longer than that. The next one we have here is Caligula Effect Overdose. This is a JRPG, and this actually has, this is the alternate cover of it, and it's, excuse me, it's a unique kind of JRPG, especially the battle system that's basically giving you like 3 turns per character, and then you can pretty much see what your turns do and pretty much strategize exactly what it is that you're going to do from one point to the next. And I really can't get into the fact of this thing having, of course, there's the game itself, and the original cover is right here. I can't get over the fact of that it has just the Japanese voice acting in it, you know, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. I really, I just turn the voices off. I don't really bother otherwise. I just read the dialogue and all that because, honestly, it's really distracting for me to try to listen to the dialogue and read what's going on to understand it. So I just told myself I'm just going to go ahead and turned it off. So I just went ahead and did that. But again, apparently this game was on Vita, and this is supposed to be a re-release of it with extra content on PS4. So, I mean, I've been enjoying it so far for what it is. But, yeah, looking forward to going back to that again. Like, I don't have enough JRPGs to play in general as it runs right now. The last one we have here is Mother Gunship. I ended up getting this for, I think, anywhere between $5 to $7 or something like that. I think it was like a little indie title. And it basically... it's kind of like a rogue-like or rogue-light first-person shooter where you go and you blow up all these different types of cyborgs and robots and things, and you basically build up the mech that you're in. You build up guns. You can rearrange them any way you want to. You can put any type of guns on you that you want to, but you can only put so many at one time because of the fact that it'll end up overall affecting your stats. I think your movement speed and your firing speed and all this stuff, and then different types of bullets and things you'll get. But it's really unique that you can pretty much end up putting any type of guns that you want to on it from the parts that you pick up, and you have to actually finish the level that you're in to be able to hold on to those parts to take with you. Otherwise, if you end up dying, you end up losing everything. Not everything that's on you, like the guns that you were using, but the guns that, I guess like the parts that you pick up, that's still the parts that you still have. But this kind of has a little bit of a humorous turn to it as well. I really like the characters and the dialogue and the banter they have back and forth between one another. And I am actually really liking the game. I think it's pretty cool, nice and fast-paced and whatnot. But and you also level up your mech a bit in terms of different stats. And it really is an awesome game, especially for the price that I got it at. So definitely looking forward to going back to this once again. But anyways, that is all the pickups that we end up having for today. And I would go ahead and I would end this like I always do. Later, taters.